Back at the 925 big bore. Second half. Well, now we've sort of tooled around. I don't like to have to do things twice on cam. At least this way we get to iron everything out. So we're going to install these exhaust valves. And the key with installing these when you're doing any kind of big bore is this. You want to take a look at this over here, Simon. You want to make sure, can you see that exhaust valve in there? So if you see that valve, you want to make sure that it doesn't protrude into the cylinder, because when the piston comes up, it's going to knock it, right? So that's good. And we want to make sure that when the valve is fully open, that it clears the exhaust port so all of them gases can get out and give us all our power. So I put the one together. I'm putting the other one together. Kelsey puts this, or makes this little aluminum block that goes in there and spaces that out, because these cylinders, I'm telling you, let's see how much bigger they are. There's a lot of difference in here. You know, that's the old 800 piston. There's a lot of room in there. Things are bigger. You want to make sure that that valve isn't going to hit the piston. So that's why he makes this little block here. We're going to hook it together. Pretty easy to do. You just take the new seal, put it in here. A little dirty right there. Put it in this valve adapter. That's what we're going to call it here today. You want to make sure that you put your gasket or your seal in there. Right. Make sure this one's here. Don't take these valves all apart, boys. Oh my God, don't do it. Trust me. What you're going to have to do is remove these cables from that servo motor so you can get out all these little parts. This is a pretty popular kit. This produces some pretty serious horsepower. You know, on the RKTEK chassis with the Jaws exhaust, it's well over 200 horsepower. And that's real power, man. That's big time. When you get that kind of performance out of an 800, well, that's pretty slick. I'm just more or less putting these babies in. I'll hop around the other side, Sammy, so you can see it. Because I have to check to make sure that everything is free and clear of the piston. They're not going to stay on here because we need to still fit this into the machine, and I don't know if I want these pointed up, pointed down. I don't know where they're going to go yet, because we're going to have to mount them somewhere on the frame with this little servo motor. It's a rough fitment just to make sure that everything's groovy. Don't mind the mess of the shop. It's just dirty, but it's that time of year. Right. There's a bunch of tricks when you're setting this up for your standard kind of build with your M800 motor, but we're not really dealing with that because this is different with the 925. I talked to Kelsey and he said the valves are going to be open all the time. Just rip it. Just as long as when those valves open, they're clearing that exhaust port. That's what you want to make sure. And we're going to make sure it is. I was having some difficulty moving that cable. I didn't know if something was bound up in there, but it's actually the cable itself. Take a look at that. It's all been heated up, melted, and a little kinked. So we're going to put a new cable on that. We'll have to order that up, but we do know that the way it sits right now, the valves are definitely clearing the cylinder or the piston. That's exactly what we want. Right, so we'll pull these off, and I noticed this cable's kind of garbage too. I pulled this little protector back, and so we're going to replace both cables. It's okay. Not like we're going to be running this here this weekend, but we will be running it soon enough. We're going to slap on this RKTEK bling right now. Look at that.
Stretch them a bit.
There's some good thinking on Simon. I eventually would have thought of that. Maybe. We're gonna have to hill drag this baby. Right, Simon?
Oh yeah.
Bam. Gotta buy 4 of them. We'll probably have to buy 8. Gonna get a little fouled up when she's first running. Hug your motor. I love you, big boars. You're my friend. Big boars are so fun. And that's it for this video. So we've got the head on, the exhaust valves, got to change those cables. When you're doing something like this, you never know what you're going to get into, right? You know, I could have taken a good look at everything, but you know how it is. We start to roll, and then we get to this point where we need to do more. But thanks for watching. Keep coming back. Make sure you check us out on www.powermods.com. Give us a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you hit the little bell up in the corner on the YouTube channel, because that makes sure you get your notifications. YouTube, for some reason, turned a lot of those notifications off, so you don't know when all these cool videos are coming out. And we got more coming. Now, next, we're going to do all the electronics and the stator stuff, and the rotor, and all the gizmos. The stuff that gives the electronics power. All right, thanks for watching.